Hello everyone, it's your girl Adrian from Romance Fangirl channel. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another Degrassi deep dive character video. The next character we're gonna be talking about is Miles Hollingworth III. I fuck with Miles. I fuck with him. I have fucked with Miles since the moment he walked into Degrassi. I knew he was gonna be one of those characters who was gonna snap. I know a lot of characters. I know a lot of fans from Degrassi put him in B and C tier. Get the fuck out of here. Miles is an S tier character. Like I always said, I felt like the moment he came in and like in season 13 and they like reintroduced Zig, I feel like it was like a battle on who's gonna be our next top male star to lead us to the new generation. It had to be Miles because from the very beginning, Miles got a lot of screen time. He got good storylines, and I feel like not his introduction episode, but the next episode after that might be a part two episode. I'm not really sure in season 13 where Maya pops up at his house to give him back his credit card and drinking. Y'all remember when he dropped the bottle and him and his dad was arguing, right? I feel like that scene right there where you can already see that him and his dad have a complicated relationship. We were already on a good ride for his character. Like, you already know his character's about to be dysfunctional as fuck. He's gonna be causing so much chaos. He's gonna be a big ass rebel. The only thing I ever hear about his character that people don't like is that they made him a rich boy with problems. What the fuck does that got to do with anything? Like, people talk, well, they can't connect with that. Miles had real shit going on. Like, Miles wasn't just a rich kid with money. Miles was dealing with self-worth issues, dealing with insecurities, trying to come in terms with his sexuality. Like, Miles had a lot of stuff going on with his character. And I feel like his relationship with his dad was a really good thing they did in the show. My only thing that pissed me off is that when they just like, I feel like in season 14 that should have been really like the main focus. Instead of giving all the other storylines that did not matter, like the pregnancy plot and the news plot, I feel like Degrassi missed the opportunity by really making Miles' dad like physically abusive. But you know what? Abuse is abuse. Their father was emotionally abusive. He did hit Miles a couple of times, but his father was really more emotional abusive than he was physically. And I feel like abuse is abuse, whether someone strikes you or not. Someone can really abuse you mentally because they can abuse you mentally and emotionally. And honestly, that shit sometimes leave more of a scar on you than it does physically. So I feel like no one ever talks about the abuse that Miles endured from his father, the complicated relationship he had from his dad cheating on his mom, and then just acting like he was just supposed to be okay with it. His dad used their kids as puppets. If they didn't act right or wasn't acting like programmed robots, he treated them like shit, treated them like trash. So I feel like Miles was dealing with a lot of shit. I don't think he really should have been in any relationship because, I don't think he was really mature, nor was he mentally or emotionally ready for a relationship. But today, it is what it is. I feel like, some degree, his relationship with Maya, it was okay. I didn't really feel any chemistry between them, but I like that their relationship always brought drama to the table in season 13. It gave what it needed to give for a relationship. It gave so much drama, so much everything. I don't blame Maya for feeling like she couldn't be with someone like Miles. I don't blame her either because I feel like Miles was dealing with a lot of shit. And I feel like, what she was seeing in him was what she probably saw in Cam. Not necessarily like red flags she saw in Cam, but more like, oh, you're dealing with like deep trauma shit. And I feel like when Miles and Maya dated, he did have a lot of red flags because, he always would. He would probably, how can I say this? He would be extra, I guess, when it came to things to where I think like it kind of scared her. And he always will promise that he would do better. I'm not gonna cap. Miles was very manipulative when it came to his relationships. Not as manipulative he was with Maya, but he was very manipulative when it came to Tristan. And you know what? Not saying I condone it, but I don't care for Tristan, and I never understood why they needed to make Miles and Tristan a relationship. Like I said, as far as Miles' relationship with Maya goes, it gave what it needed to give. It gave me drama and it entertained me. But I never was a fan of how they just broke him and Maya up and then automatically just bopped him into a relationship with Tristan. And then you can't sit here and say that he was really over Maya when he literally just hopped into another relationship right after he broke up with her. And then Tristan blamed Maya for why Miles fell back in love with her. When honestly, it's like, bro, why are you blaming him? Why are you blaming her when you should be blaming Miles? You already knew that. You kind of should have known he wasn't really over her when you and him started your whole thing, because he kind of hopped into a relationship with you to get back at her. And yet you're mad at her because she was there for him as a friend and he took it more as it was something else. The fuck? And then when Miles dogged Tristan the way he did, Tristan was the one apologizing when it was Miles who said all the hurtful shit. That's what I'm talking about. Miles is very manipulative in his relationships with Tristan, especially in their relationship. But I feel like Tristan was just always, Tristan was a pick me, and I feel like he just said shit that I feel like I don't think Miles should have been with him. He was very he was like homophobic to Miles being bisexual, like not knowing if he liked it boys or girls. And Miles always had insecurity with his sexuality because he never really came out as being bisexual. He never like wanted to acknowledge that he does like girls and boys, but he always said he liked what he liked, and I feel like that clears it up as much as it does. He likes what he likes, for real, for real. Like in season 14, I'll never forget when him and Zoe was on the yacht, and she was asking him like, did he like kissing Tristan and stuff like that? Like, was it cool? He didn't feel weird about it, and he was like, no. And he said he just felt like you love the person, not the gender. And I feel like I love that. He liked what he liked. He like kissing niggas. He like having sex with dudes. He like having sex with girls. Well, what's the problem? He likes what he likes. Y'all making it a big thing when it doesn't need to be a big thing. And I really hated when he came out and told his parents that he was kissing his boyfriend. They try to tell him that he's not gay. Like, how are you going to tell him what he is? The only thing I agree with their parents with is that he was dating Maya and now all of a sudden he's kissing boys. It is confusing because it's just like, whoa, what just happened in that short period of time? It's confusing, but at the end of the day, it's not about you, it's about your child. And I feel like all Miles was asking for was acceptance. And I feel like for his father in season 14 to just want to pretend like that he actually loves him and wants to spend time with him, when that's really all Miles ever wanted was that love and acceptance for his father. Just to do it for the press and the public, you're disgusting. Miles' father is complete trash. Absolute trash. Garbage. But Miles and Tristan's relationship never got any screen time in season 14, and when it did, I never really gave a fuck about the relationship. They weren't even together that long, and they broke up, and they were broken up the entire season. Then Miles just randomly dated Zoe, yet Tristan didn't get on her ass, but yet he got on Maya ass for Miles falling back in love with her. Yet your bitch, your best friend who you told everything to that what happened in you and Miles' relationship, she ends up dating him, and yet you're not mad at her. Get the fuck out of my face, Tristan. You're fake as fuck, and that's just on period. I thought Miles' character was great. For just the 2 seasons he was in, when he came in Degrassi, he definitely impressed me. Definitely did. He left a big impression on me. I love him. He is one of my favorite male characters in Degrassi. Yes, bitch. And then I loved his character in this class. I feel like only him and Maya, I'm going to say only him, Maya, and Zoe were like the really 3 main characters who got any development in next class. Mom's character was really great in this class. Like, his maturity was really, really good. Like, really good. Like, even though he still did some crappy shit, like how he cheated on Miles and cheated on Tristan in a coma. That was disgusting. And I definitely feel like he used Lola, even though a lot of people say it should have been a couple. I feel like him and Lola definitely had chemistry. Don't get me wrong, they did. But I was not a fan of how he took her virginity and then told her that they couldn't hang out or they couldn't date. And it's just like, it made me feel like, was any of it genuine? Like, was any of the feelings real? How do you just take this girl V card and then you already got your mind made up on where, oh, y'all can't hang out anymore? How did that just... it didn't feel genuine. Even though they did have chemistry, I don't think they should have dated. I don't think so. Because I feel like he used her. That's just how I feel like when I look at it now. When I look at it maturely, I feel like he definitely used her. That's just how I feel. But I like that the whole storyline with him and Lola in season 3, her getting pregnant, all of that was juicy as fuck. It was so messy. I love fucking mess. Love mess. Um, his character in season 1 and 2, the maturity level was really good. His maturity level in season 4 was great. You know, he got into writing. He was going into a university in fucking Europe. He was touring the world, getting his creative out there. I was so proud of Miles because who his character was in the beginning was not who it was at the end. He definitely fucking matured. His storyline in season 1 with him abusing pills, Esme, crazy ass, getting him addicted to any pill you could fucking think of was fucking insane. He acted his ass off in season 1. Fuck his mother. Miles' mother is also trash. She never paid attention to any of her kids. Never saw any traits of what they had going on. That bitch was a terrible mother, a horrible mother. Fuck her. She's absolute garbage. She's absolute trash. That's just on period. But Miles definitely acted his ass off in season 1 of Degrassi Next Class. He did his big one. His motherfucking big one. And then in season 3, bitches, I just watched season 3, episode 3, when he was in the hospital telling Tristan to wake up. When I said I cried my motherfucking eyes out, Eric Osborne did what he needed to do. That man, he was born to be in Degrassi. He acted his ass off, okay? Not only that, he had a good glow up. He was fine as fuck when he got in Degrassi Next Class. Ooh, he was so fine. Like, oh, he was so fine. Well, he definitely was a fuckboy. I'm not gonna cap. He was definitely a fuckboy. He was a player. It's the fact that he dated Tristan, Zoe, and Maya. Tristan and Maya were friends, and Tristan and Zoe are friends. It's kind of weird. But you know, this is Degrassi. Everybody dates everyone. So, that's that. So, yeah, I'm going to put Miles' character in S tier. He's a 10 out of 10 character for me in Degrassi. He definitely left an impression on me when he first came into season 13. And since that day, he's been one of my favorite characters in Degrassi. He's one of the best actors on Degrassi. That's all I got to say for this video. Catch y'all on my next one.